So, guys, how is everybody? I'm sitting in the kitchen this evening. I changed my location. So, I hope everybody had a good day, and I hope that you're prepping for the nicest holiday of the year. For me, that is Christmas is the nicest time of year. So, let me ask a question. As usual, I like to ask questions. Um, how do you find a partner? If you're a woman, what do you look for in a man? And if you're a man, what do you look for in a woman? I'm asking this question because I remember that some time ago a man was saying what he likes in a woman, and I found that it was not what I thought was ideal. So this is my opinion now, and I want to know if anybody else shares my opinion. In my opinion, I am looking for somebody who has some attributes that fit up with what I'm looking for. As a Christian woman, I would want a godly man, a man who respects me, a man who loves me, a man he has to have a good sense of humor. He has to know how to deliver himself and how to put himself together. Um, I don't think that is asking too much. Um, he has to be ambitious in the sense that he's able to take care of me, that kind of thing, you know, and not somebody who is idle and doesn't have any purpose in life, you know. He doesn't have to be Mr. Handsome. No, no. What I'm looking for are inner attributes. I mean, you want an attractive man, yes, if it comes with a package, fine. Also, for the man, I find that for the women rather, the women like to have a nice handsome guy, and he has to have a loaded pocket and that kind of thing. But I have discovered over time that really those are not the most important things when you're looking for a life partner. So what I would say is, like, for instance, if a woman meets a man and he's not Mr. Handsome and he drives a taxi and you're a teacher, some people might say that you're not equally yoked or you're not in the same status. But you know something? Sometimes if a man drives a taxi, it doesn't mean that he's not educated, and it doesn't mean that he's an idiot or anything like that. Because let's face it, there are a lot of educated people who really don't have any common sense. And common sense is very important. And some people never had an opportunity in life to get the tertiary education and that kind of thing. So, you perhaps want to look at them as though they're not sensible or anything like that. Far from it. And also, their station in life is not up to par with yours. But you know something? That is not such a good idea, because sometimes a woman, she might be a doctor even, and she meets a man who is a taxi driver, and he has a lot of respect for her. He treats her well. He treats her with respect. He loves her. And he just takes care of her needs. And he's not an idiot. And if she goes out with him, she can be proud of him because he can deliver himself. And if he didn't know how to put himself together, she could help him to do that. And sometimes you find that these relationships work. They do work. I find that sometimes when the men, sometimes you're looking for a man who looks good and has a lot of money. Sometimes, mark me now, don't go throwing stones at me. I'm saying sometimes they really don't treat you that well, you know. because it's what you're looking for. But you need to look deeper than just how the person looks physically. You have to look for some inner attributes and think about what it is that you'd like for your man to do for you, how you'd like to be treated, how you would like him to treat you, so that you do not get disappointed or hurt afterwards. Because look here, when you get involved with a man, don't bother to think that because he is a certain way, or you can change him, and because he loves you, he will change. Don't delude yourself. Don't do that. Just be realistic and open your eyes to what is going on around you. If you're the kind of woman who like a man who is chivalrous, he'll open the car door for you, and wait for you to come out, and he steps ahead of you and opens the door and allows you to go in. And when you're walking together, if you do have to walk, he puts you on his left and he takes very good care of you, and that kind of thing, whatever it is. Don't take on a man who doesn't do that, but think that you're going to teach him to do those things. It might not work. It's not who he is. And sometimes if he has some kinds of habits, you're going to have to just think about it and see whether these are things that you can live with. And if you can live with them, then that's fine. On the other hand, a man might like a woman who is very slim, has a nice Coca-Cola shape, and she's maybe light complexioned and this kind of thing. All sorts of things that men look for. But what a man ought to remember is that the woman's physiology is totally different from his. You'll marry a nice slim woman, and after children come, her body changes completely and she doesn't look the way she used to look. It means that things have changed. What are you going to do? Walk away and leave her? So you have to take these things into consideration, men, that how she looks is not who she is. Who she is the inner person. You understand? She's beautiful on the inside and on the outside. It's not just the outside alone, because suppose you marry this nice, wonderful woman and you promised, oh my goodness, you promised to love her and to cherish her in sickness and in health till death do us part. Suppose she has a car accident and she gets a big scar, maybe in her face. She one side of her face, she loses an ear or an eye or her nose, or her mouth is broken. Anything can happen. You have to think about what it is that you can live with, So when her body changes, how do you feel about her? Do you prefer how she looks, or do you prefer who she is? What is it that you really prefer? And ladies, the man, what do you prefer? Who he is, or how he looks, or what he has? You have to think about these things. This could be a very long video if I were to go into all the details and the nitty-gritty and what, should obtain as to what should not obtain. But I'm just piquing your interest, just trying to get you to think about it. And I was talking with some people this afternoon, and the gentleman had asked, why is it that women think that they can't approach a man if they see him and they like him, and she has to wait to be approached? I guess that's how we were cultured. Back in my day, that is how it was. And I was saying to him that these women nowadays are different. If a woman sees a man and she likes him and he's not taken, I'm saying he's not taken because she shouldn't be approaching a man who's already taken. So he's not taken and she likes him. She has subtle ways of letting him know that she has an interest and she likes him, and they can talk, and they get to know each other, and then they can see whether they could start dating to see whether this is where they would like to go, and the relationship blossoms if things are equal, that kind of thing. So there are various different ways of doing these things. Women not sitting back these days and waiting on no man to come to see them and to say whatever. So, I'm just saying. But I'm also saying that when we're looking for a life partner, it's better if we think about who the person is rather than what the person looks like and what the person has. I think it makes for a better life. Wouldn't you agree? Let me know. So that's my little piece for tonight. So remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment if you will. And I'll talk with you again. Have a good one. And as usual, thank you for watching. Bye.